we'll just jump into it. We won't get into crazy motions. I apologize, I'm a fair bit late today. I woke up a little later than I meant to. I'm just trying to fit as much stuff in as I can before going live. But we're here. That's what counts. So let's see. We have to go to Lawbert's Pass. That's our MSQ. What I kind of want to do, since it's our next section of traveling elsewhere, I want to kind of double back and make sure I'm caught up on my hunts to begin with. We'll go smash out a few little bosses and return to that. So we have to go to the empty hovel in Dalmekia, which is in the fields of Karava. An abandoned village in the fields of Karava. Okay. We have to go to the cattery. Just off the sickle. So they're probably talking about the silver sickle, or whatever it was called. This guy's dead, so we don't have to deal with him. And then this guy I won't worry too much about. So we just have these two, really. Which should be fairly easy to deal with. So, like, if I were to look at the map right now... So the sickle's actually down here, so we can just go into that. The village they're talking about, though, that's Saratina. Fields of Gar. Okay, so we just basically have to go in this direction. Which I don't know if we'll be told to go in that direction, but the main thing it's telling me to do is go to Sambrek. So we might take a little detour then. Well, let me look at that one more time. Yeah, so I could just like run over to Dalamil Inn and then run in this direction. So I'm just gonna do that. And we don't have any side quests currently either, so we're fine there. And then we can head over to Lost Wing. Sounds like a plan.
The most fragrant
now,
herb.
Dusan, I know you're keen, but do you...
Oh, where did all the men of the rock go?
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
No, I'm telling you. Are you looking for something in particular?
Just looking at a restock potentially.
Go with
Nope, we're good.
Gilbert.
Don't need to do anything with that. Arguably, it would have been fine if I went back earlier to this point. Before heading over to Titan. Okay, so we go this way. Right, yeah, into the sickle. New territories for us. I'm pretty happy we got to go into an area like this. Uh-oh. You know, get down here.
Stay down. It's It's over.
Okay. I don't mind fighting out here a little bit, just because it gives me a little bit of a gauge on how the map will look, but don't want to spend too much time out here, so I'm thinking I will at least chocobo to our destination. Or at least our potential destination. These guys are a little weaker, so I'll ignore them. Leg Eater is an insane name for a monster. It's very to the point. Some fallen ruins over here. Oh, this must be our hunt area. Oh. A Grimalkin. So he's probably gonna jump down. Is he gonna kill the...
Playtime for the pack, is it? Let me introduce you to mine. Farewell.
There's a lot of enemies coming in on me. Alright, he's dead. Now the big boy.
There was one.
What the? What happened to my camera there?
Nice try.
That's gonna break him up. That was kind of weak in terms of my overall damage, but I think it was fine. That should get him fairly weak. Got him. Very nice. Very clean. Overall. Get some Grimalkin hide. Have developed spots on their skin and rendered them nigh invisible as they prowl the arid savannas of southern storms. Said spots provide considerably less camouflage when prowling elsewhere, however. That was clean.
That wasn't too bad, was it, Torgal?
Not at all. Now we can double back over here. Let's make our way to the fields of Corvana, is it so? Yeah. Corava. No N in that, I should say. Keep wanting to sneeze, but I'm finding ways to hold it back. Somehow. I don't think this is the way. No, it's a dead end, but it gives me a little bit of money. Oh, I haven't actually tried using this yet. Full glide. That's awesome. Okay, so should be out here somewhere. We're looking for a bunch of wasps. Or I had a different name for it, but... Oh, bighorn. Why did Steam just go offline? We're still live. Oh, wait, maintenance. Because it's Tuesday. Okay. That was a little scary. I'm like, there's no way we just went offline. Because I'm running speed tests before every stream now, as well.
Back to the stables, girl.
Oh no, it's because we're inside somewhere. This doesn't look like anything. Yep, I forgot that Steam does a maintenance today. Oh, I just realized my cursor showing. Cringe. I don't know how long it's been doing that. Apologies, chat.
Let's go. Time to fight.
This area kind of reminds me of parts of the first map that you're in on Final Fantasy XV. I don't really need these. Oh, there's a panther right there. Okay. Rather not. It's probably in the northern parts of the area. Trying to steer with one hand here while I scratch my cheek.
this.
Oh, we got some bandits over here.
I can walk from here.
Oh shit, the big horn's in here. Kick him out of here. He's gone. Didn't seem to be anything over here, though. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Let's see. Probably closer to the northern parts, is my guess. Unless maybe we can't access it yet for some reason. That's another possibility. I'd be very surprised, though. It should just be like a bunch of bees. Oh. Dravals. It's a new area. Do we not access it?
Straight home now.
You lost, stranger. Wherever you're headed, it's back the way you came.
Okay, well, I'll go fuck myself then.
Run like the wind.
Ah, there they are. They're tucked away in a little cubby of land. Just trying to get that item before it, but I guess not. That one's glowing red, so it's bad. The soul stingers.
They don't look happy.
Okay. That's what we're dealing with, huh?
Well done, Tom. That's better.
Huh. This one might be tough. Okay, so that will not work. I'm already out of potions. I'm starting to see how you deal with it. You want to, like, knock them down.
You're a fine hand.
stomp the bug out. Okay, we got that one. Oh. God.
Guess we're all ready.
Got him. That was mainly hard because you had to figure out how to deal with them. Because I'm not great at fighting enemies in the air. Most of the time if I'm doing that, it's because I'm pulling them down with Deadly Embrace. Outside of that, I don't really try to kill them that much. Okay. I'm not going to be able to explore more of this place, it looks like. At least not right now. There might be stuff up here, but I don't know what that S mark is, and I kind of don't want to fight it right now. I'll be real. I think it might go poorly, so we're just gonna go back to MSQ. Before we do, though, I'm gonna travel here. We'll get some restocks going. And I also want to take a look at my ability points and see if we can't upgrade some stuff. Yeah, I've got like 4,600. So what I'm thinking I want to do for the time being is focus on, well, I'm gonna get the upgrade to Raging Fist because we're using that right now. I'm not really planning to go back and use some of these other things. So I think what I do is just focus on mastering my center point right now. So we're completely done in the middle ring. We don't have to change anything out. I should upgrade my block, I just realized, because this will increase my limit break gauge gain upon blocking an attack, which that'd be good. And we'll lock that as well. I'm probably gonna lock everything, I'll be real, at this point, because it's not like I need to save the ability points. I'm not really trying to master any of the icon stuff right now, because I feel like I don't need to. When I start having more icon like base abilities I want to play with, I'll probably consider it. Like, I assume we're gonna get Odin, I assume we're gonna get Bahamut, and who knows what else. I don't really feel like I need to change up my like swaps for icon slots at this point. I think for right now it's good. I could get an ultimate and play with it. Like, Earthen Fury looks cool. That's about the only immediate thing I see. Everything else is kinda like mastered already. I don't really know how I want to set up my bars either to want to master stuff.
My carpets have
Take a
pride
sniff,
of
good
place
sir.
in
You'll
Castle
be transported.
You two can live.
Now, Dusan, I know you're keen, but do you...
Oh, where did all the men of the rock go?
Lights and pots!
Anything I can interest you in?
Stuff. There we go.
An excellent choice. My thanks.
Close off. Oh, something else I
Are
want
you
to
looking
do.
for something in particular?
I'm gonna sell this extra enhancer I
Anything
accidentally
else I
bought.
can take off your hands?
And
Go with
I don't
Gilbert.
think I'll get anything else right now. I think we're good for right now. I don't immediately need to get or upgrade anything else, so we'll just hold the points. I'll probably hold the points for a decent bit until we get, maybe one more icon. And if I decide I want to start playing with different profiles. Because right now, I have no immediate interest in mastering anything. I think I've repeated that already, but oh well. Okay. Let's head to Lost Wing. When we were last there, we were helping out, what's his name?
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Uh-oh. Okay. Because they're getting ready for war.
If you're ready, we leave at once.
Oh, whoops. Hold up. We need to get up here. I don't expect to fight anything. I'm definitely not gonna, because these guys are level 13. Oh! I didn't realize I could summon you here. I figured it wouldn't let you. This was like a narrow pathway.
Faster!
Fog.
You deserve a rest.
Wanted to see how much a fireball would do. Helena. Hello.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Oh. It immediately changed.
Anybody home?
There's a chest down there. Did I open that? Ah, fuck.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Why am I...
Too slow.
Okay. Pull him down. Wind it up. Pull him down again. Got him. That's some good damage. Unwanted visitor slain. He didn't pose much of a fight, just doom mechanics is all.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
I was expecting to be one of those guardians, like the fallen ones. Quite pleasantly surprised. Increases strength tonic duration by 10 seconds. That'd be nice if I'm actually using the tonics. I've really not been. I should probably use those more for, like, harder encounters. Just a little extra damage, it probably helps a lot. That being said, I don't think I'd want to use the accessory for that. Okay. Make our way back to Mid.
We're seeing troops amassing at every corner.
We also have a new reward.
How may I help you today, Clive?
2 meteorite. Few are those who strive to lighten the burden borne by the crystal's curse, but if we are to survive the coming storm, we must stand together, bearer and brother, as you have shown us. Brendan Northreach.
Here you are.
They know what's up.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Their priorities are straight. We are all people, and people together strong.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've wrapped my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Hippocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
She couldn't do that? Between when I was gone dealing with a fiend, she couldn't step up all the way to his library.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures.
Mid hasn't been.
Thanks to Sid.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
We have thermal shielding designs, a baffling diagram made all the more confounding by the preponderance of question marks that blemish its borders. It's funny.
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do.
Yes.
I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Ooh, even more decision making here, huh? Are there any side quest pop-ups? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, no.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
I mean, I'm taking Jill. Taria, I don't like. I've talked with her a total of like 3 times. So, Jill, 100%.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so?
Okay.
I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
Have to make for the Northreach markets. When was the last time we've been up here?
No. Where's Jill?
Do you see anything you like?
Not quite. Ooh.
Come back again?
What is the ability called again? Hold on.
Welcome.
This is the cooldown. It's by 3.5 seconds, which actually it's kind of a lot. It's tempting. I think I'll wait, however.
I'll be here if you need me.
Let's see, where is Jill?
Keep them pilchers nice and chilled.
Oh, there she is.
Are those Pepio nuts? I can never tell.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Okay.
You'll not find a bruised pippin in the bush.
Fresh cuts! Come and get them before the...
What can I interest you in today?
You have garlic. I mean, I might as well buy it. I'm assuming we need that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we need garlic and pepio nuts.
All anyone ever wants anymore.
Dude, garlic sounds good right now.
How am I supposed to make a living?
There's talk. Buy, sell, or be gone.
Pepio nuts.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
We get some garlic. Elementary aluminums are a hallmark of classical Sambraquois cuisine, so much so that it is a tradition for the emperor to award honorary titles to those responsible for supervising their cultivation and preparation in the White Worm Castle kitchens. A so-called garlic knight among them. That's funny, dude. There must be an onion knight. The edible fruit of the pepio plant is prized by chocobo breeders, although the superstition that it lends a stud bird additional stamina seems largely founded on its blushing, swollen form than the quantifiable results.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool.
Some weird stuff happening with
before
the
we head
textures back here.
Would you walk with me a while?
Sure. Clive's like, is this where we get to hold hands?
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread.
That is, in fact, bread.
Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
Damn. They're never gonna smooch.
Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
Okay. We can head back to Harpocrates then. Yeah, there we go. Shit's bugging out. Oh, whoops.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
You know what we gotta do too is talk with him and update our lore book thing. See what his level says.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
That's good.
Right then.
We're making steady
Jill,
progress.
Would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other, followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
Nice, nice. Letting off Steam 3. I should sell some of my,
well,
like, treasures.
I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Oh, actually, before I head back, let me do that.
My knowledge is yours.
Oh, he's got, hold on, Titan Crow.
Were you aware
That in many cities bears are forbidden from having children? 'Tis believed that the aether used to bring a child into the world hastens the crystal's curse, lessening the mother's productivity. Such is the world we live in. Fortunately, Tet and Crow's parents were able to escape that world, if only for a few brief summers.
But what of the twins themselves?
Born in the hideaway, one touched by magic, the other spared its burden. Their minds are blissfully untainted by the poisonous rhetoric of priests and politicians. They will grow up knowing there is no difference between man and bear, and they will pass the truth on to their own children, and they to theirs, until the world we live in now is but a footnote in the annals of history.
Yes, change will come.
And through a magic which requires no crystal to conjure, one that will endure long after the last mother crystal has fallen. Hugo Kupka.
I have said it many times.
Hugo Kupka was a murderer, but he was also a thief. A thief who robbed us of our happiness, of our hope. And though I know it is wrong to revel in the death of another, we could take solace in the fact that he will never steal anything from us ever again.
His story is ended.
Thank you, Clive. Alright,
I
let's
have a
see.
few new notes that might interest you.
Here's my adventures. We're almost level 5 there.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
I'm surprised I didn't do the bread thing like a little display item in my bedroom.
We're seeing troops in our
Oh, wait a minute. I just noticed this chest. How long has that been there for? Damn. I think the next moment I'll see about selling all my, like, sellable items. See how much money we have.
Think Mid might need some help tidying up.
Think Midnight needs some help tidying up the workshop. Every
Sorry
time.
to keep you waiting, Mid, but you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat, a coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Real.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
The way he said it. She also found it funny. Sometime later. Oh, that's it. Hog.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
3 more to go.
Can I tell you?
You should
The
have said
Enterprise
that.
has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Okay. Let's speak with Mid.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was.
Oh, shit.
And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I can't hear you.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Okay. Ooh, what's this? We have a quest. Oh, we have a quest down here, too. Let's pick those up, because I'm assuming we're gonna go right after we talk to Otto.
He cracked the crystal too.
Looks like there's one from the letter. Oh, shit. There's a few. Just making sure. Okay. Off the record. Ooh. I was thumbing through the hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest and might have come across something that you might need your attention. Maybe. And by that, I mean immediately. You know where I'll be. Okay, let's answer the summons.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Okay. There's a few quests in here. Let me, take them all. A bad feeling. Something ain't right with that hound of yours. Yes, it pleases your lordship. Come, pay me a visit at the toll.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
A bone to pick. And then about Blackthorn. Oh shit, we've opened 10 letters. Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the droop of his jowls lately, so I'm thinking maybe it weren't just the leather that was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we could go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered, assuming it ain't just the forge.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
So I have 3 side quests now. I don't know, can I take this last one that's down here? Well, we're doing stuff around the hideaway anyway, so I can talk to people. And hopefully clear up the quest a little bit.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realized he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
Nah. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome, and we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you.
Okay.
Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
We gotta talk to her anyway, but I hope it doesn't, like, overwrite anything.
I got your note.
I guess we'll
think
see.
Something's wrong with Torgor.
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at 'em. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Okay. Talk with our Hippocrates about it, but also Karen, we need to find out enough of it.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections, which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Okay. Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
Not quite. Okay. Now we'll talk with Tomes.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Okie dokie. So we'll have to go to Cressida for that. Let's head to the counter over here.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Hello, God.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
Oh God, ASMR.
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. Zero.
This motherfucker put our rebellion in debt.
I swear, but it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, Who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
5 million.
5 million each? How do you fucking lose track of that, dude?
Then tossed the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see? And, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Oversight? Motherfucker took his glasses
My
off.
responsibility. And it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. You know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
Nope. JK, brother. 2 star rubies, okay. Cool. Let us see. I kind of want to go grab this quest. But at the same time, I think it might be better to just go talk to the other 2 and then take that quest after when I return. We have so much shit that's popped up. Let me see what this quest is over here. Because I've never tried to take more than 3. I know the tracker only keeps 3 total. But I haven't ever tried to take more than that.
Well, that's it then. I'm here. Sid, reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it'll separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
Yeah, why not?
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. All right. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte.
Fair.
You, on the other hand...
All right.
I am a ball of
I'll see
flame
what I can do.
sometimes.
Thank you kindly. And a good hunting, eh?
Okay, so if I prioritize it, what's it gonna do? Okay, it took off one of them. But if I look at my map... trying to see the local map. Payback. So I believe Payback is part of the... yeah. So that's good that it's keeping track of them still. It's just not showing me the location on the side. We have another thing over here? Oh, this is probably for a hunt. Yeah, we're getting so many side things done, but I'm noticing, at least at this point, it's pushing MSQ back a tad. No nectar. Oh, ask about bomb sightings. Also, ask about Nectar's adventures. Did I ever tell you about the time I took a trip to the islands west of Storm?
You mean the Iron Kingdom?
Is that what you call them? In Moogle tongue, we call them the Smithies and the Strait. That I was adventuring from Dalmatian coast when I saw bright lights and black shadows. Imagine my disappointment when I learned those lights and shadows weren't busy forges straining the land. Still, from what I've learned of how the local street strangers since Kupo, and that I was able to read about 55% of that because for some reason they make the lines continue. Are you on the hunt for a bomb king, Kupo? If so, I have a billet that might interest you. Okay. Right there, bomb king. First picker aiming for the Imperial chase took a wrong turn into a nearby wood, within which she discovered the ruins of a fallen airship, and within them a beast akin to a great ball of fire that chased her, screaming from the grove. Soldier later identified that creature in an almanac of echoes, but was firm in her insistence that the bomb she saw was here 10 times the size of one depicted within. Okay. This is in the Croc and Sanbreque. Let me make sure. Okay. So I just have to go to the Croc and Sanbreque for that. Which maybe it would be best. Where is the Croc? Because this is considered Sanbreque here, which makes sense, of course. We have the Dragon's Eyrie over there. Unless it's a different set of Sanbreque that we gotta go to. Like up here, maybe? We might have to hold off on that then. We talked about it one more time. The Imperial Chase took a wrong turn into a nearby wood. So maybe we look at that. We're looking for the Imperial Chase. Imperial Training Grounds, Baywatch, Dragon's Airy. Oh, Imperial Chase. Right over here. Okay, so we want to go to the Dragon's Airy and in here then. I'm gonna go do that first, because it's a hunt and those are annoying to get to locate. At least in my experience.
Let's go. Yeah.
We can ignore the dragonets. Should be good to just go down this way. There's a couple spots over here. Heaven Hall? Ah, the croc. This way.
That'll do, girl.
That does not look like a bomb king. That looks like a regular ass bomb. That looks tiny compared to the other bombs we've seen.
Look what we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
I thought that was going to... Oh, he doesn't have... this guy is just going to be a regular health farm, man. Just gotta let them do that.
That's better. Well done, Togo. Come on.
Got him. Damn, this guy was harder than he needed to be. The fact he didn't have a stagger point was kind of awful. I'll be real. We got a bomb ember, which is using crafting. Figuratively, the smoldering soul of a bomb given light by unknown magics, literally a very hot rock. Fortunately, there are myriad uses for such a thing. See if we can craft anything with that when we get back.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more.
More over here. And then we can just turn it
That
in.
should do it. The wine needs more than this. He can fetch it himself.
Over here, let's go to Northreach and take care of the Vale. It's kind of why I came here first, was to take care of both of those. Because otherwise, I don't know if I would have found the hunt easily enough.
Has finally spread to the world. How the hell is anyone supposed to...
Burials.
Did you hear? The gates to heaven.
I want to see you, I think.
The gates to Heaven Hall. I saw Heaven Hall earlier, but I didn't go into it.
Still no car.
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion.
One of 3 brilliant gemstones acquired and set aside by Cid for a rainy day. Otto now deems that day to have arrived, and wishes to use the rubies to pay off 3 outstanding debts to Lady Karen, Martha, and Martha's Rest. Or, I'm sorry, Martha of Martha's Rest and Isabel of the Vale. I haven't seen her in a minute.
Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Vale. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Cid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
That's a lore dump.
Long ago. Yes. Cid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Cid. I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Damn. Nice little bit of lore there. Okay. Now we'll go to Martha's Rest. And give her the Star Diamond, or Star Ruby, I should say.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
There you go. She's like, oh, you guys paid it a long time ago, haha.
A star, Ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't.
This
give
is an
up, did
auto
he?
appreciation
Quite the
quest,
opposite,
it
in
seems.
fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
Well, thank you kindly,
I want
Martha.
to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
He's dead. They have his corpse hung up by the stand. Right, we gotta go over here. That's gonna be a pain in the ass to get to, though, it looks like. Let's go this way. Right? Yeah, that works. Is there a closer waypoint? Not really. You just keep going.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Okay, so we can just go straight then. I'd rather not fight a Minotaur. I actually wonder, with it being such a big level gap, if it would be easy to take out.
Well, it's certainly
or if there's
quiet.
some really weird...
If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
Right there? Yeah, I wonder if there's like a weird scaling thing where even though I'm level 34, the level
I doubt we'll find one
19's
bigger than
behind me.
that. You hungry, Torgal?
Got him. Easy does it. Some blood hides. See, is Torgal just gonna start gnawing away?
Now. Will it be enough, I wonder?
It's a bone. It's clean as shit already.
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
You just got a more, specific palate from all this, that's what it was. Hey. Then we can head to Dalmil Inn.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too
Oh,
hard
they
to
fixed
track
the place
down
up.
Karen's collector.
Bang is gone.
Back again, are you? Any more trouble and you'll be barred for life, however deep your friends' pockets might be.
We don't know for sure. It could have just been a tremor.
Tipsy traveler.
You. Listen. I've got this theory. The fallen. I don't think they all fell. Some of them are still living among us. You could be one of them. I could be one of them.
Alright, Jim, thanks for your contributions.
Welcome. If you're hoping for a bed, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. One of our wealthier patrons has purchased the use of every room, hoping to keep out the riffraff, as he puts it.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
I believe that was to the north
That's
of
where
us.
I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence. and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Yep, all the way up there. Which, thankfully... it might be faster to just take this one, actually, because we'll already be able to mount up.
Come on.
I just run straight from here. That's a rock. Ignore him, Torgal. Excuse me, sorry. Ignore him, Torgal. They got small bones. These must be our bandits.
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
Stay down!
Ow.
Let's roll ready.
There we go. Easy enough. How you doing, Infinity? Give us the fucking goods you stole.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamel.
Where are you in MSQ? We gotta go to Sid's grave. We took care of the engines.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects.
We just keep getting a bunch of
Shall I
side
call you,
quests,
my
so I've
good
been
man?
doing those until that point.
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed.
Did he just call himself
Well,
Wyvern?
Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one.
That makes sense.
Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow.
It is a samurai sword. I was trying to think of what had like a single edge.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone
Monster
which
Hunter.
lends
Yeah, we're
the
hitting
blade
all the
its
games today, it
legendary
seems.
Sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Are there many other collectors out there?
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis.
Oh.
Lord Byron Rosfield, and is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I'm trying to understand why we used Wyvern here. It's very strange.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
I guess Clive or Sid is a bad idea. I mean, we've been using that with a bunch of different people already, so I don't know. I guess. Just slightly odd to me. Because we haven't seen it, like, anywhere else since the first act, I feel like. Okay, we'll head over here and do those first, and then we'll go up top to auto again. Alright, Blackthorn.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
A slab of rock quarried on the southern continent, its unparalleled hardness makes it perfect for sharpening blades forged from all manner of metals, from bronze to adamantite.
Whetstone? Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there Some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthian steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You
Oh.
come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
Yes, another quest complete. Yeah, I kind of agree. Like we've seen a couple of instances now of them wanting to explore outside the twins, because there was this point, but then we talked with Mid earlier. The Enterprise was originally going to be a ship as like seen as a last resort sort of vessel to seek safety elsewhere, which is kind of funny given it's like the Endwalker ship. Excalibur design draft. A diagram detailing the steps to forge a sword to rival that of a legendary king. John Warframe. Now hold on, we gotta see. Can we forge this?
What do you need? What's that forging, dear?
Yes, we can. There it is. We got a Grimalkin hide, bomb ember, and a scarletite. That is going to be huge.
Should last you a good while. And
look at it. You can see it a little bit right here. It's a very fine looking sword, like proper sword, not any of the crazy designs that we were using on other weapons. It's classic. Yeah, we'll read the description. Always do. Though modern-day plays such as The Adventures of Sir Crandall have taken to embellishing the tale considerably, historians do agree that long ago the nation of Elysia were, for a short time, united under a single king and his band of loyal knights. Whether or not he was indeed crowned upon drawing a sword from a stone is a matter still up for debate. I like that. I like when games have those, like, points of, like, fairy tale or, like, fables and ancient lore, and they embed it into a game like this. Like another example, I don't remember what story it was, but there was something in The Witcher 3, where it talked about, like, I don't know if it was Sword in the Stone, like the King Arthur stories, but there was like a writing of it that was very different to the actual tale, where it was about a giant monster kind of thing. I like it when games talk about it in
I
that
noticed
fashion.
you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
That's 5, but okay. Short of slaying a behemoth or a coral, a bison, a minotaur, and an adamantoise, one would be hard-pressed to find a larger leg bone. If this does not satisfy Torgal's ancestral hunger, chances are nothing will.
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
It's actually funny. What if when we went to craft the sword, it said like a 72-hour wait time on it before he'd finish?
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
I was.
Indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Well, in game only, yeah.
But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
It's true. Man's best friend. A bone to pick completed. We got Caval's Fang, slightly increases Torgal's attack potency. That's kind of cool. If you like using Torgal a lot. I think it's just tough because you have an incredibly limited amount of accessories that you can use. So it's kind of tough for me to be wanting to take certain ones or use certain ones, because it's like, I don't feel like it's as beneficial as others. Especially with the way I play. It combined accessory effects? That sounds... Honestly, that sounds like a pretty fun mod to play with.
Good. Still alive, I see.
Maybe for like a second playthrough.
So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Oh, about that. I tried my best.
God.
She was just too stubborn to take it.
Oh.
She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Guess we're going back to Karen. Thanks for nothing, Goat. Yo, Jill, when do we go on an adventure again?
Impressive, isn't it? I can't wait to see how the rest of the vessel looks.
Oh yeah, the engine over there.
Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
Alright, fair enough. That's how you want to do it.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you
Are we
ended
caught up?
delivering all
Did we
3
get it all?
stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I feel like there's legal action that could be taken here.
I've seen that before.
You have, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. But having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
Damn. Oh shit, we got a proper cutscene.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him.
Damn it.
He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This was good.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction, and I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather Goat were at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Damn, dude. That was a side quest, by the way. That we got all that out of. A fucking side quest. Thanks for the out-of-nowhere super important side quest, right? According to Otto, Sid never once washed his goblet despite using it every day for both wine and small beer. I won't have it said that I'm a poor host. From Sid. And then a few other smatterings of materials. That's probably... yeah, it's in our wall of memories, so we'll check that out momentarily. Okay. Before we talk with Otto, because that's probably going to take us out of the hideaway, let's go put a... like, deliver this bomb thing. And then... finally weird science, yeah. And then we'll be out of here. Think Mid might need some help tidying up the workshop. Every time. Without fail.
All right there, Sid? How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
It is hypothesized that the bomb's inclination to self-destruct during violent encounters is a form of collective preservation, akin to how a honeybee will sting a threat to the hive at the cost of its own life. Makes sense?
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the alembic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then. Let's get this contraption up and running.
Ooh. Sometime later.
There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly.
Bubble, toil, and trouble,
Take a look
motherfucker.
at that bag of yours. The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that, huh?
What kind of magic?
I want to know too.
We happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Yo, we get more potions.
It can't hurt to try, I suppose.
It's actually really nice because I'm actually using them a lot more now.
With me. I'll only be a mo.
I'll be a Mo. Okay, I'll be Larry or Curly.
Well, what you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
Okay. There's weird science completed. Oh, a gold item. I don't think we've seen anything with gold rarity on it before. Were the same exotic compound that was applied to the leather of the satchel be needed into a pair of boots, they should surely become more subtle enough to accommodate a man with 20 toes. Damn. Necessary for increasing consumable inventory capacity. So does that mean we get it increased by 1? Or how much? It just says inventory increased. Item capacity. Regular potions are up to 6, high potions up to 4, and strength and stone skin tonics up to 3 each. Whoever this man is, I got too many toes. It's a mutant. Okay. Cool. Well, let's go ahead. I think we can probably talk with Otto. Let's speak with Otto now. Because I don't think there's anything else in the world we need to do. And if we talk with him, I think it's just going to be us going to check out the grave. I'm sure we'll come back right after.
All right, Clive. As treats. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
So she really didn't want to go to her grave. Or to his grave.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Obelus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? No, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obelus.
Don't mention it.
This could be bad.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, my journey to Canver has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-ons in the free cities, by which I learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours. Though I, for one, believe Miss Telemon's project can be to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt the Canverian authorities will take kindly to the authorization use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted. And if rumor has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door. Which is why I penned to you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, but he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impeding attack. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So we gotta grab Gav.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving
with me. Gav.
Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
We get to play with Jill.
At least.
So we have to go. Sid's legacy. The dust-long settled little remains of the once bustling refuge, many called home. Okay. Let's go.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
Chill goats, Karen shrug. I think it's nice that she's here.
It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot.
He's too giddy for this, dude. What the
There's a
heck?
caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Oh, okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
The party's splitting off.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
was trying to hear the humming there, but it didn't sound like a theme. Ooh, so we're forced in this. Leighton's Cleft. Off we go then. I guess we could have gone to the hideaway, but it's fine. I don't need to restock, really. We love new parts of zones. Especially when they look like Mars. Okay.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. The new boy.
There's also a town we saw not too long ago that we couldn't get access to. I wonder if we'll get to it at this point.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
That is a good view. You get to see a lot in the distance. The bridge actually... It's actually a even better, like, looking with the oases down there. Or Titan went sicko mode? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I imagine, like, it just keeps getting better from that point. Like, the way that they perceived every part of, the Titan fights, even when we did, like, the initial Titan fight back in Rosaria, was just really good, like, stagnant progression. That doesn't make sense, but because stagnant means, like, it doesn't change, but it's just getting better.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky
Jonas.
to make it out alive.
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
Where's the rest of his brothers?
Danger on the road.
Imagine they wouldn't live long in this universe.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Well, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's
Real.
a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
Okay.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
I suppose he's right.
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway,
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right.
Okay.
Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
Okay. I can do that. Very coincidental finding them along the pathway here.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Okay, well, come on. Clearly.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
I have no potions? It's fine. I'm sure we'll cover enough by the time we get there. You can cancel early by hitting a 6 again. I figured as much, but I might as well if I'm gonna kill something. Like if the enemy's still alive, I might as well keep using the LB for damage. Right?
That's them dealt with.
Like, that makes sense to me, at least.
Where's that cart?
That's fair. Because if they're tankier and I get more
will be a nightmare.
Limit breaks out of it.
Found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here.
It seems kinda weird.
It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
Seems like a really weird interaction at the end. I feel like they might not be who they say they are.
I see the Dalmex lag behind
Holy shit.
Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold at least. The path continues on the other side.
Got pain, that's all that matters, I guess, but... They just seemed like odd characters. Alright.
Get surrounded.
Stay down.
Okay. We cleaned that up well enough. I feel like I'm missing... I don't know what I'm missing. Just like very few chests I feel like I'm seeing now. Hog incoming. It's Niagara Falls! The final sin.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
I like the Epic of Gilgamesh.
Just look at this
Maybe.
place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Maybe I missed something, but it didn't look like there was anything there. Ooh, meanwhile. Seat of the Imperial Court. Oh, so let's do a quick, well, I guess there's no recap here, but remember, there's a new emperor crowned.
I see
Olivier.
the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh.
He's gonna whack him. Or not.
Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations,
hate her,
of rulers, and of the divine.
You trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry for...
It's the first time I've heard him speak and I already don't like him. Rowena, I didn't even catch that. I didn't even catch that.
Father, can't we have luncheon instead?
He dropped the flower, that's not good.
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What?
Hate her, hate her. She's a piece of shit.
You know of my blood.
They went out to make the most unlikable character. And threw everything they could into her.
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
Okay. Easy enough. Yeah, I didn't even catch the Rowena reference there. I was just so peeved to hear him listen about how boring it was going to be as an emperor to go to meetings.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
Yeah, like, Dion is definitely okay in my book. And what's really interesting during that whole discussion was the mention of Ultima. I don't think we've heard anyone in the Empire reference Ultima yet. I think it's purely been just like the...
More refugees.
The Kingdom of Willow, and just what we've learned so
far. They don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
I'm just kind of walking, basically, but I could have been mounted up. We're chilling. Yeah, I'm sure Joshua, like, mentioned something.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Do we have a shop here? Okay, we do. That's also why I didn't worry about it, because I figured we'd run into a shop.
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait.
Or the shifting sands lie. And then let us buy out all our potions.
Many thanks. You've a discerning eye. Many thanks. I wouldn't want to weigh you down.
I might just buy these.
Many
just
thanks.
have them. Yeah, I bought the elixirs. I'm like, I might as well. There have been a couple times where having the extra HP might be handy, and I might put that on my bottom slot. Also, I've been meaning to do this, I just keep forgetting. We'll sell all our excess treasure, too. Is there anything else? Doesn't look like it.
May Gilbert smile upon.
Oh, from the menu? I guess. Just have to remember to use them. I think what I want to do, I'm going to put the stone skin on the bottom. Or, I'm sorry, the strength tonic. I want to start using that a little more. During, like, harder encounters.
Peaches and pears.
The Bachlan markets.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
Bread!
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
Looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
Come and taste my peaches. They're sweet as nectar.
I'll take
there he is.
An
Honestly, to me, the strength tonic is not very good, and I also found a mod that make them triple their effect, but reduce their duration to like 20 seconds and make them useful for Brick. I'm not really putting that much thought into it, I'll be real. I'm just like, I might as well use it because I'm not using the defensive potions.
Ah, good. There you are.
That's fair, though.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Goots. Just tell us what happened.
It's me trader's pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Bock lad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
Ooh,
no time like
danger.
Present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure no one else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
Next to the checkpoint.
We gotta be careful. Yep, there it is. Red chocobo sign right there.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Okay, well.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Bock, lad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you.
Now she'll warm up to us.
So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly.
Holy shit, man,
That's told us that you know
insane.
the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain.
We're about to get a map relay? Oh, never mind.
Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The
God.
same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots' pass, no doubt.
Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and 2 birds shall be slain with a single stone.
You're gonna need a big rock for that one.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion goods?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive.
Got a little seal there. Except the crimson collar from Eloise.
The proprietor of the furniture.
I'm actually is Sid the Outlaw.
Spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
Okay, to catch a thief. Now, do we have side quests opened up? And I'm assuming... Okay, we actually can fast travel again. Not that we need to, but we have things opened up again.
Out of my sight, wretch!
What about new hunts? There doesn't seem to be a new hunt over here. The only hunt we've got on the board that we haven't done is the S rank hunt, but we don't even know the location of it. So... like the Breaker of Worlds or whatever it was called.
Jug of snake spit for the road. The caravan stops next to the check.
Juicy pears! Slake your thirst without a crystal.
Furniture maker.
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular? Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to
I don't
watch
have
your
goats.
back, and less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
Thank you. We will.
Okay, to the fishmonger who's down over here.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be...
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked!
Lady, we're right in front of you.
Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know, then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
That's terrible.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
Okay.
Right then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
and taste my peaches. They're sweet as nectar.
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was
Smart
just
kid.
wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything out of the ordinary recently.
Anything you grown-ups ever ask us to do is shut up and go away. So guess what I'm about to tell you to do?
Wow.
Sorry. I'll leave you alone.
You know what?
Come and taste my peaches. They're sweet
It's a rude dude.
finest earthenware from the Free City.
I got nothing else to say. It's too rude.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
Uh-oh. Why uh-oh? He's clearly an innocent child.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be different there.
Wow, the game told me I was going in the wrong direction. I forgot I can do that. Anxious girl.
Excuse me?
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you.
Do we look like we need money?
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Honza, he said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Come on, come on.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
I don't think that's what you want to be shouting out there. I'm cheap.
That's that then.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Oh, here they are.
That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we'd robbed his boots off him. Yeah. Wish
This
we hadn't
tree is
handed over the pass then.
transforming.
Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now. What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
But what, sir?
Oh, shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hunter. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
call themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free.
True.
Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Honza.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him!
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back.
Shit.
Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Why are we in 30 frames suddenly? That can't be good.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Okay, hold up. You got the wrong thing, bucko.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo?
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
This guy just attacked random people? He saw people were cornering a child and decided, okay, they're clearly up to no good. Which, I mean...
Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she?
I guess given the current events.
Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Where's Alvin and Simon?
What do you know of the cast stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gill and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Honza's a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
To catch a thief. Okay. Let's see where this leads.
Oh, where?
So, what's the plan?
What else? We find the Carstones and we crush them. You get your trader's pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
All right then.
All right then. Honza, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Leitney's Cleft.
To Leitney's Cleft, then?
Witness protection. Yeah, real. We'll keep you safe, bud.
Leitney's Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
Okay. We'll make our way in that direction.
Better not have scared any of my birds.
The Steps of the Forgotten. Just over here.
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia.
Some not nice fellas.
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own.
And it is really nice fighting with more than 2 people here.
I doubt these were the ringleaders, but at least we know we're on the right track. Run like the wind.
More people.
We got company! That's the lot. Stay down!
Baseball.
More foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones. That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It'll be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum.
The leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Oh, I'm ready.
Well, I know who my target is.
It's that guard from Buckland. Kill him! Kill them all!
Come at me, brother. Shoot. Thought it'd be closer range for the fire attack, but oh well. Clean. It was overall clean. Staggered him really fast. That's gotta be all their shit they're stolen.
Huh. And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them.
Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and, be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
What if it turned out this guy is, like, a completely separate third party? He's just fucking with us and taking all the profit.
Faster!
I did this last time, so we go through here.
Back to the stables, girl.
There are no crystals here.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
That's that then.
Hurry, man. I must leave for the bloody crimson caravan, scooping up all the best customers.
Hello.
Leave some.
Ah, Clive. How goes the hunt?
Okay,
My
yeah,
brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
Quite the opposite.
I think that would have been interesting. Like a little, like, white lie, and he's just got all the
So
profit.
it was the cast stones who were behind it all. Theo told me he'd been on their trail. And their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the passes they were stealing. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only time and Theo's return will tell. Speaking of whom, welcome home, dear brother.
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Goods' pass. Ask him to keep a closer eye on it from now on, would you?
I will. Thank you.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly. Would it now? Sid. Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving. Be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation. And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one. So what would you say to working together again?
It would be our pleasure.
Definitely some big pluses coming from it.
The honor is ours.
Here, Clive. This is for you.
Seal of the Crimson Compass. Okay.
What is it?
El has friends in high places, while I have associates in, lower ones. That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
2 emblems are joined to the collar and compass.
I shall bear it with pride.
It'd be really funny.
Well, all that remains is to wish you a safe onward journey.
Be really funny if just they introduce, like, we have all these patches and passes and like marks that people give us. We just had like a fucking Boy Scout sash that was just wrapped around our torso the whole time, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Goots's pass
Because I've
should
been
secure your
given
place on the caravan.
reputation
But if you
patches for
encounter any
everyone so far.
difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own. For a discounted price, of course. Say, 9 million?
We'll try the caravan.
Sorry, what? 9 million? I think we're good. I have only 100,000. Ooh. Okay, there's the trader's pass. The raised, well, we'll give that to goats or goots, so I'm sure we'll read it again, but residual lightning aether that, having failed to dissipate on the battlefield, has instead manifested into a solid form, not unlike crystal, but with an elemental purity that renders it far more potent, if not higher specialized in applications. How much longer are you streaming? Important question. I was probably going to stream for at least a couple more hours, maybe 2 or 3. But I do think I want to take like a quick break and get another drink and something else. Maybe something to snack on, or I'll have a leftover sandwich.
Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
Is this quest? Okay, good.
Out of my sight, wretch.
Yeah, I'll probably aim for like 2 hours, and we'll end it. Like, it's about 9:30 for me. That will end at is what I'm looking, but we can also go another hour if we're about to hit something big.
Caravan stops
Juicy
next.
pears! Slake your thirst without a crystal.
What I really
Hello, Goots.
Here you are, Goots. Try not to lose it again.
Me pass! You found it! Oh, thank you so much. Nan would have killed me if I'd come back without it. I'll have to say thanks to Elle and Theo, too.
So should you, Hansa. You and your friends don't have to steal anymore. If anyone threatens you again, you know who to turn to.
We do. And we already have. Miss Elle's given us a job shifting the chocobo shit out the stables. It's hard work, and the pay isn't half what we got from the stones. But if we stick at it, we'll keep ourselves fit.
You stick at it then.
And Goots, I'm sorry for stealing your pass.
That's all right. I've got it back now. And all's well that ends well, eh?
You said you're trained to be a blacksmith, right? Well, I'm gonna be your first customer. I'm gonna save up all my gil and get you to make me a massive sword.
I'll do me best.
I didn't know that about Goots.
Till then, eh?
I thought you just wanted to be a merchant. Cloud too.
All right. We have a place on the wagon. Remember, Goots, we're mercenaries. You hired us to protect you.
Mercenaries.
And you remember the plan? You're to ride all the way to Twinside. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
There's a square with a big bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, we can meet up there.
All right. Let's go.
And off we make our way. Another meanwhile as well. The seat of the Imperial Court.
I see. And you're quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
I am. I have no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exert an influence on Sanbreque. But be that as it may, it is yet to claim my father. For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
Then the fiend works from the shadows.
I confess, when first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts. And more than a few at that. A beast that labors to plunge Valisthea into turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dhalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade. If Bahamut is not here to meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss. The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
True calamity.
I believe what you say, Phoenix. But I have duties of my own, and I must discharge them. Come what may. What do you know of my blood?
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding.
I hate her.
Alas.
I hate her so much, dude.
Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter, from a whore who weighed her child's worth in gil.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies!
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness. Now hurry and make ready, Your Imperial Highness. Emperor Olivier expects much of you, Dion. Or should I say, of Bahamut. May your fire reduce his enemies to ash, till all of Valisthea bows to its rightful ruler.
See, she fucked up, because you don't fuck with the flowers. Dude, I bet he looks so sick when he primes, or demi-primes.
There is another darkness that has taken hold of Sanbreque. And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength I have shall be yours.
A little bell.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Let us take to the skies together, and bring a new dawn to Valisthea.
I should like nothing more.
Terence.
My prince.
Tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
We dragoons have but one leader, your highness. And we shall follow him unto the very end.
Thank you. And this is my decree. For their crimes against the crown, the traitorous Annabella and her usurping son shall be put to death, and the Empire restored.
Damn. Okay. Oh, man. We even added side quests here. Okay, so we got a lot coming up. We got a lot coming up, I think. I'm gonna take this time real quick, chat. I'm gonna take a very short break. Grab myself a drink, and we're gonna settle in for some true cinema.